Hi, welcome to Mountain Gym Card Collectibles. So I know there's a lot of news going around currently about the big release of 2025, 2026 Topps Chrome basketball products and how messed up that is, and all the breakers are getting the best of the best, and you have to basically buy into breaks if you want to get into any cards. And they've really monopolized this thing with breakers. You can't say they haven't. But, something that basically has fallen off the radar of a lot of people for a lot of reasons that I noticed are the first annual Mantel Hobby Awards. And I just couldn't imagine being such a cuck, for big, wealthy people that you have to make an award show for them. So let's go ahead and get into the nuts and bolts of this issue. Because this, to me, is as ugly as it gets. I mean, let's create awards for people who are destroying the sports card hobby. For the most part, not everyone in this award show that got an award is destroying the hobby. But this is just really ugly, And this came out, just yesterday, December 18th, 2025. Okay. So this is a clicked article. Like it says, Golden, Topps, Whatnot win big at first hobby awards. Topps sweeps the best product awards, winning for both sports and non-sports offerings. What a joke, I mean, seriously? Seriously. Okay. We have our man, Ken Golden, And this inaugural Mantel Hobby Award event was brought to us by a partnership with Yahoo Sports, okay? So, like it says here, Ken Golden was named Executive of the Year in the industry. Seriously? And Golden Auctions was voted Best Auction House at the awards show, okay? Well, I guess it's just made for wealthy people, I mean, that's what this award show is made for, is the wealthiest people in the hobby. Like it says here, Topps of all companies, like they need any awards at all, I mean, they're as greedy as can be under Michael Rubin. Like they're just destroying the hobby right and left. Topps swept the product categories with 2024 Topps Chrome Disney winning for best non-sports product, and 2024 Topps Chrome Update taking the honor for best sports card product. This thing right here, Topps Chrome Update featured the Paul Skeens rookie debut patch autograph, which sold for a record $1.1 million to Dick's Sporting Goods in March. Yeah. Because really, it doesn't seem like you have to be a big corporation now, a big breaking company, a big millionaire, a big billionaire to enjoy sports cards. It really does. I mean, it just feels like if you're not that person, if you're not that individual, you may as well just hit the road, Jack. I mean, Ray Charles said it the best. They have broomed out so many people from this hobby. I just don't know how they could award these type of people, This is funny, too. Whatnot took the honor for Best Breaking Platform, and Mama Breaks won for Best Live Stream Seller. I just want to vomit. I mean, when I see this, I just want to throw up. Best Auction House Golden, Best Breaking Platform Whatnot, Best Collectible Show, National Sports Collectors Convention, Best Custom Card Artist Tyson Beck, Best Hobby Shop, Burbank Sports Card, that's funny, Best Live Stream Seller Mama Breaks, Best Marketplace eBay, Best Media Platform Sports Card Investor. Now that's funny because when I went on X, and we'll get on there, they're really kind of blowing that up, which I think is funny because how could they give that, Best Media Platform Sports Card Investor? For who? Just millionaires? I mean, what, millionaire collectors? Give me a break. Best non-sports product, Topps Chrome Disney 2024. Best sold memorabilia, Shohei Ohtani 50 of 50 ball. Best sports card product, Topps Chrome Update 2024. Executive of the Year, Ken Golden. Influencer of the Year, King of the Cards. Grading Company of the Year, PSA. I mean, how can they not be the grading company of the year? I mean, it's all monopolized. Innovation of the Year, Collex. So, really, this award show should be an award show for cucks of the year. People who are destroying the hobby. People who are brooming people who've been in this hobby for a long time out of the hobby. And to give them awards for it, I mean, that's as bad as it can get, in this hobby, in my opinion. In an age where you have to buy into breaks, or you have to be a breaking company to, do sports cards, otherwise you're just left to deal with garbage retail products, it's a joke. And so let's go ahead and check out X, and we'll see all the non-interest for the most part, which I love, because these people don't deserve any interest. They deserve to be swept under the rug. They're not special people. You know what I mean? So, like it says here, the hobby awards are live, okay? And we have one comment, That's it for this big Mantel Hobby Awards event. Let's go ahead and click the Mantel thing. Like it says here, it's a community for collectors. Download the Mantel app, okay? I'm not going to do that. I could care less. But they're just obviously a bunch of people who want to bend the knee to wealthy acolytes and, make them feel special. Isn't that great? Oh, look at this. Congratulations to Sports Card Investor for winning Best Media Platform. I never watch it. Why would I? He's just a cuck. We are so honored. Thank you to all who voted for us and support us. We love this community. That's Sports Card Investor, yeah. Yeah, well, this is a hobby that only bends the knee to millionaires, billionaires. And it's really turning the hobby into a big joke that nobody likes. Rigged. Here's one. Actually pathetic. This dude is a PSA condom for them. Yeah. That's hilarious. Let me have this one from Mantel. Congratulations to Ken Golden for winning Collectibles Executive of the Year. Let's see what we have for reply. Will he acknowledge the victory? Maybe this is the biggest award show joke of the year. The Mantel Awards, I mean, let's just kiss the ass of the wealthiest people, the wealthiest corporations. Let's give them awards, yeah. Mantel. This is why we launched the Hobby Awards. After months of bringing it to life, it's finally live tonight, and no one gives a shit. Why would they? I mean, they're really not even looking at all the people who are doing this hobby. They're just choosing out the big millionaires that they want to buddy up with, in my opinion, Anything here? No. I mean, and that's what I love about this is why would any collector be interested in this stuff, in these awards, Why would someone like me who has been collecting cards since 1985, more or less, be interested in an award show that awards the worst of the worst? Let's just be honest here, I mean, here's Sports Card Investor. Honored to be named Best Media Platform at the inaugural On Mantel Hobby Awards. This wouldn't be possible without those who support what we do every day. We're incredibly grateful to be part of such a passionate community. Thank you for being part of this journey, okay? And there is absolutely nothing, no interest, nobody cares. Just a bunch of millionaires giving themselves a pat on the back. And that's really what it is, you know. And it's kind of funny for that fact. Now, here we have, you know, this award show. I guess it was on YouTube. I don't know if anybody watched it. I could care less, obviously. But, you know, like it says, it was on at 7 p.m. Eastern Time or 4 p.m. Eastern Time, December 18th, 2025. YouTube.com at Yahoo Sports, okay? So let's see if anyone commented on this one. Awards for the hobby. I'm just here to see if my obscure sticker album gets a lifetime achievement nod. Hope that crown green figure with Mantel on its head doesn't get too lonely on the actual mantelpiece. You know? And then just more spam posts, you know. And that's about the only thing that it seems like this award show really attracted was just a few spammers, you know what I mean? Here's the Burbank cards. Thank you for winning Best Hobby Shop. Okay, well, I don't really have anything against Burbank cards. You know, they sell a lot of singles. I just think it's funny that, you know, they're getting an award for what, you know? Being who they are, being kind of famous, I guess. I think that's really what these awards are. It's just like given to famous people, you know. So let's see if there's any comments here. Like it says here, the On Mantel Hobby Awards are tonight. This one hits deep for me. I grew up collecting cards, and the hobby has only gotten bigger and bigger. Collectibles are our generation's art. Think a Serena rookie or an 86 Clear Jordan. Those are flexes, okay? Well, for who? I mean, there's no awards for these. I mean, for collectors or anything. It's just for, you know, all the biggest names in the hobby. And it's just a bunch of spam, you know. I mean, this thing got swept under the rug by our hobby, like, to no end, you know. And in my opinion, they deserve it, you know. Why are you awarding people that really don't deserve any awards at all? I mean, their life is an award, you know. These are millionaires. They wake up to a dream every day, you know. People like us, we wake up into a nightmare for the most part. We struggle. I struggle, you know. I mean, no one's going out of their way to help me out, like most collectors, you know. So to have this company try to come in here and award people that really don't deserve it, you know, I think it's pretty hilarious, you know. I think this hobby's really gone down the toilet in so many shapes and forms. And really what gets me is everybody's noticing, you know. They really are anymore. You know, I kind of felt like a lone voice, you know, a few years ago, because I've had various, you know, channels, you know, before I got this channel going, you know, as I kind of learned how to do this stuff. And, you know, I really felt like a lonely voice on this issue, trying to fight these big monopolies, you know. But really, since Michael Rubin has taken over, and Nat Turner, for the most part, our hobby, you know, and made it, you know, a trickle-down affair for most collectors, you know. It's a trickle-down, you know, from the corporation, you know, to the breaking companies, from the breaking companies, it trickles down to various, you know, consumers, whatever. I just feel like most of the big names in this hobby, like we went over for this ridiculous, pointless award show, are really damaging the hobby. You know what I mean overall? I mean, they're not good for most collectors. And that's the thing about this hobby, is why is there so much focus on everyone else but collectors, you know? It's like we're not good enough anymore because we can't pay the big costs that these big greedy corporations apparently believe that they deserve, you know. And so what's happening is this kind of slow drip of collectors leaving the market. And I think it's even beginning to affect TCG to a degree, to where a lot of people thought that this market was for them. And in the old days, it would have been. Back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, those corporations and companies would welcome most consumers into this hobby. As far as pricing goes, as far as what the product was, as far as the marketing, as far as the licensing. We see the nightmare that happens when one company is granted, licensing for sports cards. We see how they really just hold it over everybody's heads, And to that degree, we need more competition. We need more licensed products to get the prices down. But the sports leagues are guilty, as well, of going in with this Topps Fanatics scheme of charging outrageous prices for items that shouldn't cost near that much, which should be, back to the 70s, 80s, or 90s costs, And so I'm just kind of looking around, at our field. Ask yourself this: 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, of this type of scheme, keeping the best cards for the breaking companies and just showing out garbage for, your basic, collector / consumer. How do you think this market's going to look, How do you think these stupid award shows are going to look, Who's going to be watching? Nobody's watching this as it is, these award shows, for, millionaires and billionaires. What would it take to get the hobby back on track? And I've said it, I've said in previous episodes, you have to take away the licensing from Topps and Fanatics. And that is literally the only way you can do it. And you have to spread out the licensing to multiple corporations, so you can get competition, so you don't have this. It almost feels like a mafia style racket, doesn't it? That Topps and Fanatics is holding over everyone's head. You know what I mean? So anyway, how do you feel about this award show that we went over? Do you think it's just more throwing salt in the wounds and the faces of collectors? And how do you feel about the hobby overall? Can you imagine this hobby 5 years from now? Who's going to be left in it? What, just some millionaires? It's just ridiculous. Anyway, I'd like to thank my subscribers. You're the reason I always keep doing this. I'd like to thank my new and recent subscribers. I've been getting more and more recently. I really appreciate that, so I can continue to improve this channel and do more episodes. And if you're a viewer and you haven't subscribed yet, it's really easy. Just click the subscription button. It's 100% free. And this channel will continue to get better. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. I'm out of here. Bye.